Yo, man. I'm not here to complain, but wow. Are you kidding me? When I just think that it's hearsay or just an opinion, I see a couple of stats that just shock the heck out of me. Then again, I'm not surprised by anything regarding to the situation between James Borrego and Devonte Graham. Thanks to social media and the people who participate in analytics for providing this information. BuzzBeat, the BuzzBeat podcast, shout out to them. Make sure you follow them and subscribe to their channels. Tweeted that, not sure what to make of this. In the last 10 games, Devonte Graham has played the most minutes, 369 out of anybody in the NBA. So that's more than LeBron, more than KD, James Harden, more than Giannis, more than Steph Curry, more than Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Anthony Davis, you name it. That doesn't make any sense to me. When I said these things on my show, people are telling me it's a process and that this player, Devonte, scored 18 points per game, but they missed the point that he had 36% last year, taking any shot he wants, having a green light that most players who are better than him do not have. Here's why this is a problem. Instead of giving viable minutes to players that need it, players that can help this team win games, the Hornets are purposely giving Devonte Graham free reign to do whatever he wants and giving him power. Some say that they're doing it to trade him, but you don't need to give a prospect like him those type of minutes just to showcase him. I would understand that if Devonte played a 6-man role and had 29 to 30 minutes at that, but when you have him playing 40 minutes in some games, 40 plus minutes in other games, that's when it's being a problem with me, and not just with me, with Hornets fans, fans who understand the game of basketball. So instead of giving Gordon Hayward, who they paid $120 million for, and Terry Rozier, who's a respected scorer in the NBA, they're giving it to Graham, who's smaller in frame, smaller in height. They say he's 6'1". We know damn well he's not 6'1". I'll give him 5'11", 3/4, but that's just me. You know how these NBA players do. They put those extra things under their soles or their shoes to make it seem like they're taller than they actually are. If you see press conferences or some of these players like Devonte that warm up without shoes, you can see their real height. Again, this is not a video hating on Devonte. This is just stating facts. He does not deserve to have all those minutes. I mean, the crazy part is LaMelo Ball, if he would have used some of the minutes that they gave Devonte, you never know what he could average. Analytics point out that LaMelo in the last 3 games have been averaging 20 plus points per game as a starter. Could you imagine after LaMelo proved himself, quote unquote, and he started then, what type of numbers he would have averaged? What a sad situation. Thankfully, the Hornets do have a guiding light. There's a light at the end of this tunnel, and that is that they're the 8th seed, or I think tied with the 8th seed. And they're at their toughest part of the schedule now. If they could win against the teams they're supposed to beat, like the Wizards and steal a game or two, you never know. They could be the 8th or 9th seed. Obviously, the Hornets need a big man in the worst way, and a trade for that can be helpful. I'll go this far. They have the big man on their roster. They just got to play him more. Nick Richards, in 2 minutes, probably in a minute, did something that I wanted any center on that roster of the Hornets to do. He attacked Gobert. Now, he didn't get the last basket, but he drawed the foul. I've been telling you guys, the players are on this roster. You mean to tell me that JB couldn't give Vernon Carey or Nick Richards 10 minutes each, at least, to provide somebody in the middle to hog up space? And not to forget Grant Riller, who is a 40+% three-point shooter. Grant Riller, in scouts' eyes and reports, they're saying he's a sleeper. I would love to see how he plays, especially with LaMelo and him coming off the bench. There's a lot of talent in the deep bench. They're not being used. I loved what I saw from Jalen McDaniels earlier in the season. He was averaging 10 points per game. And we all know it's disrespectful to have him go on the G League. He's not a G League player. Shoot, he's better than the Martin twins. Each Martin twin last night was -28. Let me repeat that. Each Martin twin, Caleb and Cody, was -28. And I'm not really big on plus minus, but it's obviously glaring. When I saw one of the Martin twins look off LaMelo, and this is when LaMelo was catching heat. He was making all his shots. He was on a roll. Guess what he did next? He turned over the ball and stopped the run. They were down 8. They could have chipped in the lead if they just gave the ball to LaMelo. They killed all the momentum. Things have to change. Things have to be rectified to see the final product of this team. And let me reiterate, the ultimate goal of this season is to establish culture, and establish culture with the main guys, the future, LaMelo, Miles Bridges. That's it. If they can make the playoffs while doing that, that's a plus. But that's the main thing. By giving LaMelo all these minutes and experience and being the starter, they'll go into next season more in tune with their games. A lot of players, I believe, will want to play with LaMelo Ball because not only he can score, and even though he's a streaky shooter, he can score. He also knows how to facilitate, and he'll give you the ball. Shoot, he had Bismack Biyombo looking like prime Dwight Howard last night. So what do you think he's going to do with a player that's 7 foot or a 7-footer that can shoot threes? Don't worry, I'll wait. So that's all I'm going to say. Check out all of my previous videos. We'll have a show tonight at 10:20 Pacific time with an all-star panel. Be on the lookout for it. Shout out to everyone supporting new media. We are the new wave. Peace.